subscribe.
Cycle Cruza, you need to get your mind right, bro.
Cause you gotta get your mind right. And I mean right.
You're saying a lot of stuff, bro. Your mouth is writing checks, your ass can't cash. Mr. High Visio. My new superhero, High Visio. Get the hell out of here with that. Now yes, back in the day, bikes really didn't have any rider aids. It was all carbureted. Everything was done through mechanical, you know, your throttle was mechanical. Most of the bikes today, I would say, are still mechanical throttle, but instead of carbureted, you have fuel injected now. Some bikes are still carbureted, I believe, but most everything now is moving to fuel injection. You have ride-by-wire aids, which means that instead of having a throttle cable, which is connected to your throttle bodies, you have it's like a magneto where you roll the throttle on and it measures the it sends an electrical circuit to a servo, which opens and closes the flaps on the throttle bodies. Me, I don't like that. Yeah, so then you have power modes. A lot of new bikes have power modes. The Gixxer 750 has like 3 or 4 different power modes. The BMW has power modes. I believe the Aprilia RSV4, I think the Yamaha R1, I believe the Yamaha R6 has power modes as well. As just mentioned, Honda doesn't really have power modes. Now, a lot of guys, you know, there's a lot of different arguments going on with respect to rider aid's good or rider aid's bad, blah, 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 blah. If you have the technology there, is it appealing to people that are more tech savvy these days? Yes. Are these aids and is this technology useful? Yes. But, you know, it's like if a rider's skill, depending on the rider's skill, they'll either, you know, have the technology will be useful to them, or it may not be. And then of course it comes down to this sort of circle of component elements, or circle of components that comprise, you know, rider safety. You know, all of the rider aids and everything on a bike isn't going to make you safe. All of, you know, you could basically dip yourself in high vis and your bike in high vis, and that's not going to save your ass. You know, and I'm really shocked at Cycle Cruza, because here he is promoting all this safety bullshit, and then he's saying, learn how to ride a bike without, you know, he doesn't want rider aids on a rider bike. Oh, so you don't like it, you don't think ABS is a good thing. You know, what bikes have you, dude, it's like, what the you're preaching all of this stuff, and the only stinking bike you ever ride
is your CBR 600 AA.
You know, yes, I do. All of us, or a lot of us who are enthusiasts about motorcycles, do our research and look at things that seem intelligible and things that don't, and then you formulate an opinion about it. Yeah, okay, fine. But how many bikes have you had? You had your scooter, your CBR, and now you're on your 600. I mean, and the only bike I think that had rider aids out of those 3 was your CBR. I think you had ABS on that bike, if I'm not mistaken. I've not seen you ride anything else. I've not seen you ride another bike with rider aids. And so how can you possibly be an authority on something? I mean, yeah, you can express an opinion about it, but it hardly makes you an authority on it. You know, look, I've done the same thing. I'm probably just as guilty in some respects, where I've opened my mouth and I've started you know, conversations about stuff when I haven't had all of my ducks in a row. You know, no, I've not been on a track yet, so I really can't speak from experience with respect to track. But if you're going to start talking about other bikes, dude, get on other bikes and ride other bikes. You know, try the features and the functions, and then give us some feedback, and then formulate an opinion about it. You know, you're formulating an opinion about something in a vacuum. It's kind of it's kind of like you'd be talking about all of these other cars in the parking lot, and the only thing you drive is that fucking Ford. I mean, come on, really? You know, give me a break here, dude. You know, get your mind right. You got your mind is not right about this stuff.
'Cause you can't get your mind right.
And anybody who has an ounce of common sense would agree with me on this. You know, you're just out of control. Out of control with this.
Subscribing to this channel is greatly appreciated.
From the cabinet